Be me 29s. Senior network engineer. Make low six figures, drive a paid-off Toyota Tacoma. Own a 3-bedroom house in the suburbs. Spent my 20s grinding certs and stacking cash. Zero debt, maxed 401k, emergency fund for days. Textbook the builder archetypes. Physically fit, lift 4 times a week, but face is a solid 5'10". Social skills of a smart thermostat. Lonely as fuck. The silence in my empty house is getting louder every. Desperate for connection but terrified of modern dating apps. Too many bots, too many thoughts. Want something real. Enter Ilaras. Meet her at a local farmer's market. She's working a booth selling handmade organic soaps and candles. Cliché cottagecore aesthetic. Sundress, no makeup, hair in a messy braid. She looks like she stepped out of a 1950s Kodachrome slide. Buying a lavender candle just to talk to her. She smiled. It's not the plastic customer service smile. It's a sad, fragile smile. Like she's grateful I even acknowledged her existence. Notice bruises on her wrist, faintly covered with concealer. White knight instinct activates instantly. Override logic exe. Chat her up. Voice is soft, skittish. She flinches when a dog barks nearby. Tells me she's new to the area, just trying to get by. Ask for her number. She hesitates, looks around nervously. Writes it on a piece of paper instead of putting it in my phone. I don't really use social media, she whispers. I like to keep a low profiles. Red flag 1, the ghost. My brain interprets this as trad wife material, not addicted to dopamine scrolling. Huge mistake. First date is coffee. She picks a place 2 towns over. I just like the drive, she says. She sits facing the door, constantly scanning the room. I ask about her life. The story comes out in fragments. Tragic backstory unlocked. Orphan, raised by a grandmother who died last year. Bad ex-boyfriend named Marcus. Describes him as a monster. Controlling, rich, powerful family. He made me feel like I was crazy, she says, tears welling up. He tracked my phone, checked my mileage, isolated me from everyone. I had to run in the middle of the night with just a backpack. She looks at me with those big, watery eyes. I just want to feel safe. I am hook, line, and sinker. I am the savior. I tell her she's safe now. I tell her I'm a boring guy with a stable job and no drama. She grabs my hand across the table. Grip is surprisingly strong. You're different, she says, you're real. Dopamine dump is massive. Fast forward 3 months. We are inseparable. She is the perfect girlfriend. Cooks from scratch every night. House is spotless. Sex is intense, almost desperate. Like she's trying to bind her soul to mine. She treats me like a king. But the paranoia is escalating. She refuses to get a driver's license in this state. If I register, he'll find me. She works under the table for cash catering gigs. No paper trail. I put her on my phone plan under a fake name. I start paying for everything. Groceries, clothes, her therapy, which is just books she buys. I feel necessary. I feel like a man. Friends ask to meet her. She always has an excuse. Migraine, anxiety, stomach bug. My best friend, Dave the Observer, comes over unannounced one day. Allura practically dives behind the couch. When she realizes it's just Dave, she puts on the mask. Super sweet, brings us beers, then disappears to the bedroom. Dave looks at me after she leaves. Bro, she acts like a fugitive. I get defensive. You don't understand her trauma, Dave. Her ex was a psycho. Dave shrugs. Just be careful, if she doesn't exist on paper, who are you dating? I dismiss him as jealous. Dave is still single and swiping on Tinder beasts. He doesn't know what true love requires. Culp JPG. Month 6. I propose, she moves in officially. She cries, says I'm her angel. Brings 2 suitcases. That's all she owns. She starts nesting. Rearranges my furniture. Puts up blackout curtains in the bedroom. For the migraines, she says. Insists we get a security system. Not just a Ring doorbell. Full perimeter cameras, motion sensors, glass break detectors. Cost me $4K. I pay it gladly to give her peace of mind. She spends hours watching the camera feeds on the iPad. Obsessive. Phase 2 anxiety sets in for me. I come home one day and find her scrubbing the floor with bleach. Hands are raw and red. I felt dirty, she says. I hold her, tell her it's okay. She looks through me, not at me. 1,000-yard stare. Later that night, she wakes up screaming. Night terrors. Shouting no, no, don't take him. I wake her up. She's drenched in sweat. Clings to me like a drowning victim. He found me, she whispers. I felt him. Who? Marcus. No, the bad men's. Inconsistency detected. I brush it off as dream logic. Soothe her back to sleep. But now I'm awake, staring at the ceiling. wondering why a rich ex-boyfriend has bad men, and why she said don't take asterisk him instead of don't take asterisk me. The incident. Saturday morning. We are at Home Depot, the builder's sanctuary, buying plants for the garden she wants to start. I'm looking at lumbers. Hear a crash. Turn around. Ilara is on the ground, hyperventilating. A police officer is walking down the main aisle, just buying coffee. She is curled in a ball behind a display of mulch. People are staring. I rush over. Ilara, what's wrong? Get me out, they're here. I have to practically carry her to the truck. She is shaking so bad her teeth are chattering. Drive home in silence. Back at the house, she locks all the deadbolts, closes all the blinds, sits in the corner of the shower with her clothes on. I sit with her. Ilara, it was just a cop, he wasn't looking for you. She looks at me, eyes wide, pupils pinned. You don't know what they can do. Marcus is a cop, I ask. She freezes. Glitch in the matrix. No, his dad is the chief of police. New lore dropped. Recontextualization attempting to load. I accept it. Makes sense why she can't go to the authorities. Corruption arc. I vow to protect her even harder. I buy a gun safe. I buy a shotgun. I am now fully radicalized by her fear. Month 9. I am drained. Financially I'm fine, but emotionally I'm a husk. I can't leave the house without a guilt trip. You're leaving me alone, what if they come? I stop going to the gym. Stop seeing Dave. My world shrinks to the size of my house. Ilara is pregnant. She shows me the test. I feel a mix of terror and joy. The builder in me sees a legacy. The savior in me sees a permanent bond. We need to go to a doctor, I say. Panic in her eyes. No hospitals there in the system. Ilara, you need prenatal cares. I can do a home birth. I know a midwife who works off the books. We fight. First real fight. She accuses me of trying to sell her out. You want them to find me, you want Marcus to take the baby. She throws a vase. It shatters near my head. I see a flash of something in her face. Not fear. Rage. Pure cold, predatory rage. It lasts for a microsecond. Then the mask is back. Sobbing, apologizing, cutting herself on the glass shards trying to clean it up. I'm sorry, I'm just so scared, the hormones. I forgive her. I am a weak man. The pivot. I need to get her insurance. I can't have my child born in a bathtub with a witch doctor. I decide to do some digging myself, just to see if Marcus is still looking. Maybe I can pay him off. Maybe I can get a lawyer's. I need her last names. Realized I've never seen her ID. She told me her last name was Vance. I start OSINT work. Searching for Marcus Vance, police chief father. Searching for missing persons reports matching her description. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Search for Ilara Vance. Ghost. I try searching her old email handle. Nothing. I start searching for the specific details of her story. Woman runs away from abusive rich husband upstate. Find a forum post from 4 years ago. Similar story. But the woman's name was Sarah. And the ex wasn't rich, he was a mechanic. I dismiss it. Paranoia is contagious. I decide to check her stuff while she's in the shower. I've never done this. Feel like a traitor. Go through her go bag she keeps under the bed. Clothes, cash, my cash, a map. And a small burner phone. Dead battery. I plug it into my laptop to charge. Wait for it to boot. Sweating profusely. Phone turns on. No passcode. Check messages. Mostly spam. One thread from a number saved as source. Texts are cryptic. He's asking questions. Did you get the money? Time to move, the heat is on. Last text received yesterday. My blood runs cold. Who is a source? I scroll up. Photos. Not of us. Photos of kids. 3 different kids. Playing in a park. Photos taken from a distance. Like from a car. And a photo of a document. Zoom in. It's a birth certificate. For a boy born 5 years ago. Mother Jessica L. Miller. Father unknowns. Status deceased. My heart stops. Ilara isn't Ilara. She's Jessica. I hear the shower turn off. Unplug the phone. Shove it back in the bag. Sit on the bed, hyperventilating. The confrontation. Dinner time. She made lasagna. My favorite. She's humming, rubbing her barely visible bump. I can't eat. Staring at her. She looks so innocent. What's wrong, babe? I put my fork down. Who is Jessica Miller? Silent. Absolute silence. The humming stops. The air leaves the room. She doesn't look up from her plate. Where did you hear that names? Voice is flat. Monotone. Robot voice. I found the phone. Alara or Jessica, who are those kids? She slowly looks up. The eyes change. The doe eyes are gone. Pupils dilated. Face muscles relax into a mask of total indifference. The chameleon sheds its skin. You shouldn't have gone through my things, Anon. Tell me the truth. She picks up her wine glass. Takes a sip. There is no Marcus. My stomach drops. Then who are you running from? The state of Ohio. She smiled. It's a shark smile. And I'm not pregnant, not really. I have a cyst. It mimics the symptoms. Convenient, right? My world collapses. The gut punch. What? I needed a place to stay. You looked sturdy, gullible. She stands up, walks to the counter, picks up a kitchen knife, casually, like she's going to cut an apple. You were a nice break, Anon. I actually like the security system. Irony is funny. I stand up. Chair scrapes loudly. Put the knife down. Make me. She's not scared. She's bored. She's done this before. Those kids in the photos, I stammer, are they yours? They were until the fires. She left. I didn't start it technically, I just didn't stop it. Holy fucking shit. I am living with a monster. She lunges. Not at me. At her bag. She grabs the cash stash. I'm taking the truck. You're going to sit here and count to 1,000. If you call the cops before I'm on the highway, I'll tell them you kidnapped me. I'll tell them you did things to me. Who do you think they'll believe? The crying pregnant girl or the weird IT guy with the gun safe and no friends? Female solipsism weaponized. She knows the system better than I do. She knows she is the victim by default. The climax. She moves to the door. Keys in hand. I am paralyzed. The builder has no protocol for this. My logic cannot process pure chaos. Suddenly, loud banging on the front doors. Police search warrant open up. Flashbangs go off through the window. Glass shatters. Ear ringing noise. SWAT team breaches. Alara/Jessica screams. Not a fake scream. A primal animal noise. She tries to run to the back door. Tackled by 3 guys in full gear. I am on the ground, hands on heads. Pissing myself slightly. Chaos. Shouting. Dogs barking. They drag her out. She is spitting, biting, cursing in languages I don't know. She looks at me as they drag her past. Eyes black with hate. I'll kill you, I'll tell them everything, you're dead. Then she's gone. The aftermath. Interrogation room. Cold metal table. Detective comes in. Looks tired. Throws a file on the table. You have terrible taste in women, son. He explains. Her name is Brenda S. 34 years old, she said she was 26. Wanted in 3 states. Fraud, arson, interference with custody, grand larceny. Suspected of poisoning her last boyfriend with antifreeze. The source on the phone, her sister also an accomplice currently in custody. The kids, her nieces she tried to kidnap for leverage. The fire, she burned down her parents' house when they cut her off. The Marcus, a fiction she invented based on a soap opera she likes. I sit there, numb, dissociated. Detective shows me photos of her kit found in my house. Fake IDs. Makeup for creating bruises. Scripts for different personas. She had been planning to have a miscarriage and sue a local doctor for malpractice using me as the witness. Then likely cash out and vanish, leaving me with the legal wreckage. Or maybe just poison me slowly. They found rice and beans in her spice jar collection. The organic spices she insisted on using. The release. I am cleared. They checked my search history. Saw I was trying to find out who she was. Saw I was a victim. Released at 4 a.m. Walk home. Front door is smashed. House is a wreck. Smells like tear gas and burnt lasagna. Sit on the couch. Stare at the blank TV. Silence returns. But it's different now. It's not lonely silence. It's the silence of a graveyard. Look at the spot where she used to sit and knit. Recontextualization complete. Every smile was a calculation. Every touch was a transaction. Every I love you was a delay tactic. I wasn't a partner. I was a host organism. I was a resource node in her strategy game. Epilogue 1 year later. Sold the house. Couldn't sleep there. Moved to a condo in the city. High-rise dorm and sterile. I go to work. I come home. I play video games. I don't date. Women smile at me in the elevator. I feel nothing. Or worse, I feel suspicion. Is she checking my watch? Is she looking at my shoes to gauge my income? Does she have a burner phone in her purse? The savior is dead. The builder stopped building. Now I am just the observer. Watching friends get married. Watching them ignore the red flags. Dave meets a girl. She's shy and doesn't have social media. I try to warn him. He laughs. You're just damaged goods, bro. Not everyone is like her. I say nothing. Sip my drink. Wait for the inevitable. I check the news sometimes. Brenda took a plea deal. 15 years. She'll be out when she's 49. She sends me letters from prison. I never open them. Just burn them in the sink. Watch the ash swirl down the drain. Sometimes I catch myself missing the lasagna. And that is the sickest joke of all. The only time I felt alive was when I was being killed. Blackballed into oblivion. MFW, I realized the cost of simping was my soul. Finn.